What if the pharaohs never fell? What if the pyramids were not just monuments, but symbols of living power, still shaping our world? Imagine walking through a modern city where skyscrapers stand side by side with temples of Ra. Imagine governments bowing to a pharaoh instead of a president. This is the world that could have been, if ancient Egypt still ruled today. The Nile was not just a river, it was the spine of an empire. It gave food, water, and endless trade routes. While the rest of the world struggled to survive, Egypt thrived with mathematics, medicine, and astronomy centuries ahead of its time. Now picture this. If that knowledge never stopped advancing, would Egypt have been the Silicon Valley of the ancient world? Think about medicine. They were already performing surgeries, setting bones, and using natural remedies thousands of years ago. If Egypt never declined, modern hospitals might look more like temples filled with priests who were also doctors. The cure for diseases that took centuries to discover might have been known in Egypt long ago. Now shift to language. Instead of English as the world's main language, imagine everyone today speaking Egyptian hieroglyphs evolved into modern form. Your keyboard might be filled with symbols of birds, eyes, and crowns. Even the internet could look like a digital temple carved in golden signs. Religion would be different too. What if Ra, Isis, and Osiris were still worshipped globally? Would Sundays be days of rest or days of sun worship? Would pyramids be our churches, standing taller than any cathedral? The spiritual heart of the world might have been in Africa, not in Europe or the Middle East. Trade and wealth would change everything. Egypt sat between Africa, Asia, and Europe, the perfect crossroad of the world. If it had never fallen, Egypt would control oil, gold, spices, and technology routes. The Suez Canal alone could have made Egypt richer than any modern nation. Think of Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. Now imagine an entire empire richer than him multiplied by centuries. Architecture would transform the world we see today. Instead of glass towers dominating New York or Dubai, imagine futuristic pyramids with solar panels capturing endless sun, bridges shaped like obelisks stretching across rivers, airports built like temples guarded by statues of sphinxes, every city glowing with the mark of Egyptian design. And here is the real twist. If Egypt had not fallen, Europe may never have risen. The Roman Empire might not have dominated. The age of colonization may never have happened. Africa could have remained the center of global power, technology, and wealth. History as we know it would be rewritten completely. So here is the question for you. If ancient Egypt still ruled today, would the world be more advanced, or would absolute power have slowed progress? Drop your answer in the comments below. I would love to read what you think. Before you go, remember this. The story of Egypt shows us one truth. Civilizations rise, but they also fall. The question is, are we ready to learn from the past, or are we destined to repeat it? If you enjoyed this journey into the world that could have been, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because next time we are diving even deeper into the hidden stories history tried to erase.